Good morning and welcome to another wonderful day in Aska. Now, I normally start in-game. Today is slightly different. I'm going to be starting a new season. Now, I hate leaving the last lot unfinished, but I want the new stuff. I want the Carvey, I want the harbour. We weren't far off where we would be getting that in the game, but the devs have said that to get that generation, you've got to start a new game from scratch at the moment. Future updates, we can just carry on, but for this one, because they've changed the way the whole map generates, you've got to start a new game. So that's what I'm going to do, so that we can get the sea raiding stuff in the game. But like I say, unfortunately that means starting again. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, as you can see, I've changed to Ragnar. The reason being, I just fancied a change. The only difference between playing Ragnar versus Aska is Aska is more set up with dexterity and perception, so that she makes a better archer. With Ragnar, he has more cold resistance and a lot more strength, so he's better at the melee stuff, the hand-to-hand stuff. So I'm going to play with Ragnar for a little while. So we're going to start a new game. I'm going to go to custom. Aska Season 2. I know which seed I want. The reason I'm going to do a different world is we can extend the days. We'll just do extended. Hopefully then it won't be as dark all the time. So we'll get more daylight. It's what I'm after. So let's start with that. So here we are on the beach. He never gets any better looking, does he? Go on, off you go. Thank you very much for leaving me on the beach. Right, so first things first, let's pick up our Jotun stones. We get 5 of them. There we go. Now, part of the new generation is we now get driftwood on the beach, which we can pick up for sticks. So rather than having to search for the little dwarf trees, we can just pick up a load of sticks. Now that makes a difference later on, because I believe the coal maker can now use sticks instead of firewood to make coal. If that's the case, then having somebody collecting sticks on the beach will get you a lot of your coal, rather than having to constantly chop. You're going to chop down the trees anyway, but you don't get that much firewood from the trees, so sticks are just easier to get. So I'm collecting some reeds, some sticks. We need some stones to get our basic tools up and running. Right, stones. Fairly easy to spot on the beach, fortunately. I've also changed... Oh, 1 second. Let's get rid of this wisp before he annoys me. And we'll pick up these fibres because we need those as well. what was I saying? Oh yes, I've changed the resource colour. So if you press the Z key, you can find resources. I've changed it to something a bit more contrasting. I'm slightly colourblind, and I was finding that the yellow, which is the default, I was missing things sometimes. So I've changed that. Now if you want to do that yourselves, if you press your escape key, get into the pause menu, you go to settings and gameplay and scroll down a bit. Here's where you can switch off like the mini map, you can switch off the weather timers and everything else, so you could just get a plain blank screen. You can also scale the HUD down a little bit, which we will do as well. Let's make that 80%. There we go. But if you keep scrolling down, here's your colours. So the resource finder is the Z key. So I've changed that colour. You just click on it and pick the colour that you want. So you can tailor it to the way you want to play. So you can change all of these colours to make the game the way you want it. So let's apply those changes and resume. So you see the HUD is now a little bit smaller now. Right, have we got enough? Let's get some. So again, we'll break down these reeds into fibre. So I need a couple more stones, a couple more sticks. Back off, let our stamina come back, and there we go. And we get some more fibre out of them, which is something else we were after anyway. Another one. They're not playing fair. Go on, where are you? There we go. We need the resources anyway, and it's good training. So how many stones have we got? We need one more stone. Ah, there's one. Right, so go into our build menu, craft some stone blades, craft some rope. So we'll get an axe first, then a pickaxe, then a hammer. I've made 2 axes, what an idiot. Ah well. So I need some more blades, so I need some more stone. That's not necessarily a terrible thing. Come on, give me some stones. There's a stone. There's another one. That should do it actually. So, stone blade and a knife. Right. So, let's go exploring. So let's head north. I've picked this seed deliberately, and I know some of you like to play along, so I will put the seed code in the description of the video for you. I set about the other day to find the perfect seed for what I wanted to do. I'll get some berries. Thinking I'll have to go through 3 or 4 seeds to find one that's right for me. And this is actually the first one I tried. And and I think I found the perfect place for a village. But, oh, unexplored cave. Wasn't expecting that. Didn't find that in my last playthrough. So, we have a cave just here off the beach, which again is quite handy. Let's have a look at the map. So, just directly north from where we started, there's a cave. That looks interesting. Is that a spire? What direction is that? Is that that way? Again, early on in game, if you see flax, pick it up. Oh look, yes, there's a small spire. Not sure we want to get too involved in that right now, because there's a follower up there. So we'll come back for that later. I should have got some mussels at the beach. Oh, wolves. Joy. I was wondering what that was. Trying to sneak up on me. Right, let's get that flax. This little thing going off is the wisp. Wisdom wisp. It will tell you hints and tips. I normally just ignore it. I could switch it off, but for some players it's actually a useful, for a new player it's actually a useful thing. Right, let's get away from these wolves. That wolf are down on the hill there. Might as well mark it on our map and then run away. Yeah, there we go. It's marked. So I want to head north-ish. There's some berries. So there is the stone Jotun arena, which we will need later on at some point. So where are we going? I think we want to go slightly northwest. Some more wolves to our left over there, look. Another wolf are dead. Oh, flax. Might as well get that marked on the map as well. And run away. I don't want to lose the flax though. So we need some water. Oh, there's handy. And just here there is a lake, which is going to be very useful, because again you get reeds from the lake, and also good fishing. And the place I want to build is just the other side, literally over there. Run the wrong way around the lake. So the reason I've picked this spot is it's got a nice flat-ish area. We've got a lake for fishing, plenty of birch trees, fir trees and birch trees. Just through here there is another mine. There we go. So we have a mine here, and it's right next to the beach, and there's the wolfhard den. Oops. Right, that hurt, but we've got our first level of melee combat out of it. It's taking forever. You forget sometimes when you start again and you've got no skills how long things actually take. So we'll pick up the leather and we will harvest these meat chunks down. Right, so we want the meat, we want the bone fragments, and another bit of meat. So, where were we? Oh yes, the cave. It's just here by the beach. We have some good fishing spots just off there. It's quite a nice wide bay. So this would be good for our harbour when we get that. We'll get up to that stage. I'm just going to ignore you. Let's get this marked. It's just here. There's a wolfhard den. Right next to the cave. That is going to be an issue at some point that we will have to deal with. But it will be worth it. So the plan is that I'm going to do an industrial area where these birch are, because I'll be chopping those down by that point as well, and a residential area on this side. We also have the lake for fishing as well. So we're going to build here. So let's get some trees chopped down. And we can start our village. Can't do that one because it's logs, but we can get these small ones. Right, so we want the... I need to stop saying so for a start. We want the sticks. Take the log over here. Yeah, let's build here. First of all, I'm going to need a hoe so that I can level off the area. So I need some stones. Is there any stones down by here? No. Right, let's go and find our Jotun stone because we're going to chop those up anyway. There's a small one. Stamina build up again. Let's take that stone back down to our centre over here. Plonk it by this tree. So I need a couple of blades and we can make a hole. Now the reason for making the hole is I want to just flatten off the area a little bit before I start. So let's flatten off that. Right, first thing we're going to need is a campfire. So we've got to build this one first, and we'll put that there. And we'll ignite that. It's starting to get dark at the end of the first day. Now we've got the campfire, we can extend that, or better still, just expand the one we've got. Get rid of the tooltips, we don't need that. And we need 6 stones, 4 sticks. So we get some more stones. All these Jotun bloods will come in handy. Yeah, I'll just drop that there with the other one. There's an onion, which would be handy. We'll get some health back. So we need one more stone. We still need the 4 sticks. That's another. Getting a collection of stones there. Did I see some sticks over here? Yes, I did. That should get us our fire. Now that we have that, we can now build ourselves a shelter. Couple of long sticks we just happen to have kicking about. Already, so another long stick and 8 small sticks. Pine cones. Lots of smokers around by the sound of it. Bark. Should have lots of bark kicking about. Really, I got 7. Thank you. And And there is our first shelter. So, have a rest for a second. Now you don't get the rested buff in a shelter. Actually, yes you do. Ignore me, I don't know what I'm saying. So, we now feel energised. The next thing we're going to want is a rain collector. This will not last very long, but you can't build a well until you've built one of these, unfortunately. So we're kind of stuck having to build one. They are useful at times because you can put them wherever you like. Is that garlic? Oh, garlic. My inventory's full. Ooh. Got lots of flax. Right, let's make some rope then. I have been collecting it as I go though, so... So there's rope on the floor next to the fire. Oh, my inventory's still full. Right, let's get this built. Yeah, you can place these anywhere, whereas the wells you have to place on one of the water stones. Talking of which, we need to eat and drink. Some berries. There we go. And 4 little sticks. Let's chop down another tree. Oh. And we want this little sticks. And there's our rain collector. So we have heat, we have shelter, we have water. What more could a Viking possibly want? Well, the easy bit. What more does a Viking want? Companions. So we'll put our Eye of Odin down. So we need some more long sticks, which are just over here. Oh, it helps if you actually assign them to the supply them rather than just throw them on the floor. So we need 4 more stones. I saw another Jotun stone somewhere here, didn't I? No, I'll just take that one. And even more small sticks. Perfect. Two stones, which we just happen to have. It's like we knew what we were doing. They're over there, aren't they? Now we can get our first villager on the way. Green thumb, chill sensitive. Nope. Storm rider, angler. Loritz it is then. Because we will want anglers, because we're going to have fishermen as one of our primary food sources. Garlic. Right, so onions we can eat, garlic we can just eat, and they give us health bonuses. So if you're going to go into a fight, take some onions and some garlic with you. You can heal yourself as you're fighting. So, but take a couple because it's a bit easier. And there we have it. We have our first villager on the way. We have a shelter. We have our campfire. We have our water trough, which we can drink from and fill our water pouch from. We now need to set a couple more shelters to be built. Just flatten out this area a little bit more. Those ropes. That area is red because there's a tree there, so it won't let me flatten that area just yet. I just need to chop down the trees. There we have him. We have Loritz, our first villager. he will automatically start building that other shelter for us now. There's enough materials just lying around. So we will assign him to that shelter. Don't need the tooltips. Assign. So let's get another couple queued up. Because we're going to want a lot of villagers. I learned a lot on the last playthrough, both doing the YouTube videos and playing the game as well. So hopefully this time we can move forward at a slightly faster pace. I've more idea on what I want to do and the way to do that in the video. Let's hope to get 2 stones out of this. No, just the one. Right, so I think I'm going to call it there. I'm just looking at the recording time. We have our first villager in place, who's now snoring away quite nicely. We've got our campfire set up. We've got our Eye of Odin set up. He's going to be building these shelters for us so we can start getting more villagers in, and we can start building the village. Let's say this side's going to be houses and residential, fishing over by the lake. Over here initially I'm going to put the industrial stuff, so our workshop, our stone collector, our wood cutters will all go over here out of the way. If we look at the map, we have a cave, very handy, as well as a lake. So clear some of the trees in this area. This is where we're going to build. We've got the beach just there for when we get to the harbour area, and we've picked up a couple of other nice bits and pieces while I've been on the way here exploring. So I think not a bad start. If you would like to name the village for me, if you this way, Ragnar, thank you. Yeah, so if you want to leave a comment on what we should call our little village, something suitably Viking would be nice. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you've got this far, please consider, if you haven't already, liking the video. If you're not already a subscriber, again, please consider subscribing. I'm still a small channel, but I am trying to grow. And the only way I can do that is with you guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Cheerio!